Hello, I'm Michael Spicer, and I think surveillance is getting out of hand. We are now living in a surveillance state. We're constantly being watched and tracked through CCTV, the internet, our phones, our cars, the microwave. Yes, the microwave. But who is collecting our data and what do they want with it? Before technology advanced surveillance, it was mainly just sort of proper spycraft, i.e. watching somebody through the newspaper with eye holes cut in it. But in 2024, surveillance is everywhere. It comes in many forms and is used in many different ways, from CCTV and number plate readers to our own phones and smart devices. Basically, you can spy on your neighbours, your dog, your baby. You can even spy on your food. Yes, there's such a thing as fridge surveillance. Now you don't have to open your door, you can just look at an app on your phone. I wish I was lying about this. Even our appliances are collecting data from us. Smart appliances like microwaves need our date of birth. Why? Are you going to be showing an adult film whilst I'm waiting for my popcorn? What's going on? Much dystopian fiction warns us about the dangers of mass surveillance. 1984, Brave New World, V for Vendetta all feature some sort of bureaucratic overlord who is monitoring everything we do. Unfortunately, like most things these days, all we take from it is the vibes. I see they've got CCTV cameras in this park now. Honestly, Big Brother is just everywhere, isn't it? Really? What are these Big Brother cameras? Are we in Big Brother? No, I'm just talking about how Orwellian CCTV cameras are now because Big Brother is watching us everywhere. How long has Big Brother been watching all of us? This is amazing. How do we know if we get eliminated? I'm talking about the Orwellian notion of being constantly monitored by evil overlords. Davina McCall's not that bad. No, you don't understand. I'm talking about how mass surveillance is eroding our freedoms and our privacy. Yeah, but it's worth it if you get through to the final. Yeah. We all have phones, so our locations are being tracked constantly. Sometimes a navigation app will even suggest the location that it thinks you might be going to based on previous trips. Yes, smartphone, I am going to McDonald's for the second time today. Can you please just not labour the point, but thank you for finding that faster route? And it's not just us who are being spied upon. With the advent of home doorbell cameras, it's us that are doing the spying. And we've all found out how quickly that slippery slope to tyrannical behaviour can be.
Oh, hello. Sorry, I'm not in. That's for me. Could you put that box around the side of the house behind the rubbish bags that I've got there? Thank you. Just hide it underneath or behind. Thank you. Hello. Yes. Sorry. I've also got a camera at the side of my house, and I'm afraid I just don't feel that box is correctly concealed. But I've got some fresh bin liners actually in a shed at the end of my house. Could you go in there, get a fresh bin liner, put the box in the bin liner, and then put the bin liner with the bin bags? Could you do that? Because then it will look like rubbish. That would put my mind at rest. Thank you. Hello, I'm afraid I just saw what you did there. You seemed to nudge the camera away from what you were doing, so that I couldn't tell if you did what I asked you to do. But the thing is, I did still see it because my cat has a GoPro on his collar, and he's sat on one of the wheelie bins, and he's looking at you, and I'm afraid I saw everything. So you didn't do what I asked you to do. So if you could go back and just do that, please, that'd be great. Why did you still not do what I asked you to do? And why did you make that offensive gesture at my cat?
I wasn't making an offensive gesture at your cat. I was making an offensive gesture at you.
Well, he probably thought that you were doing it to him. If he's in a bad mood when I get home tonight, I'm going to blame you. Bloody drivers.
Smartphones are keeping track of everything else that we're doing. Our phones contain lots of sensors, tracking the way we hold our phones, bioptics, data from photos and videos, and our browsing habits. Although some data must be more interesting than others. For instance, my mum googled how big is a baby bat 17 times in one day. I mean, her algorithm is just begging for death at this point. And if we're not on our smartphones or being listened by our smart speakers. We're just out and about being monitored by CCTV. The UK is full of CCTV cameras. There's about 5 million just watching our every move. But that's nothing compared to China, who have 200 million. So in China, if you've tripped over in the street and styled it out into a jog, there was definitely somebody watching you and having a good old laugh. CCTV is commonly found in shops, mainly for deterring crime. But it also comes in handy for viral clips of seagulls waddling in and stealing bags of crisps, or middle-class, middle-aged, privileged white women who launch into public tirades because the store lighting is too bright for the dog that they've got in their handbag. But surveillance doesn't stop with people who we don't know keeping track of us. We're not safe from our own friends. With apps like WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger, we can now check when our friends are online. We can check whether they've read our messages. Will we ever have peace again? Which brings me on to the surveillance we don't know about. While big companies, the internet and CCTV are constantly watching us, we are nonetheless aware of it, and we know that it's legal. But some people take advantage of that surveillance and monitor us when we don't know they are, which is sort of like what Father Christmas does. Worryingly, covert surveillance equipment in the form of hidden cameras is becoming more and more popular, and the different types of hidden cameras are becoming more bizarre. Some examples include air fresheners, tissue boxes, books and rocks. But don't worry, that's just our public life. When we go to work, we're safe. As if it wasn't bad enough having a boss that micromanages you, now you can have a boss that micro-stalks you. As technology has advanced, so have the ways in which employers can monitor you. In the past, employers relied on a menagerie of different managerial mechanisms, such as timesheets, bag checks, and of course the tried and trusted formula of just walking up and down the aisle, like a prison guard searching for shivs and cigarettes. But now they have access to modern surveillance methods. Yes, employers can digitally monitor you while you're at work, from email communications and internet browsing to keystroke and mouse movement logging, so they can measure productivity. Phil, thank you for seeing me. This is a bit of a delicate issue, I'm afraid.
Yes, sir. What is it?
Well, as you know, some of the senior computers have been installed with monitoring software so that we can see what our employers are actually doing.
Yes, sir. I was aware of that.
Yes, so one of the surveillance operatives did come to me recently with a recording of your screen from last week, and I'm afraid your browser history is something which needs to be addressed. It's inappropriate, and it's somewhat specific.
Oh, I see. What did you see?
Well, I'm just going to show you a screen grab on my laptop. I saw that. So what's your explanation for that?
Oh, well, sir, I'm afraid you were monitoring my screen at the precise moment that I was monitoring yours.
You were monitoring me as I was monitoring you?
Yes, sir. I thought that seeing as I'm virtually on the senior team, I should have the surveillance software too. So what you saw was your screen on my screen.
Right. That would explain why your proclivities are identical to mine. In that case, bye.
Phil, sorry, just one thing.
Yes? You don't share my interests at all, do you? No, of course not. I was just asking. I thought I had someone I could bond with there. Email reports provide a detailed, in-depth overview of messages you receive, open, click on, or report. So if you spend your day sending memes or funny viral clips or anything really, your boss will probably have seen them. They can even keep records of employees' telephone logs and calls, as well as recording calls. So order that pizza when you get home, not just before you leave work. But even when you work from home, you're not safe. Many workplaces implement project management systems, such as Trello, Monday, and Asana. This allows your colleagues to see when you're online. when you're typing or when you've stepped away from your desk for 1 second. And of course we have endless meetings on Zoom, Teams and Google Meet. I'm thinking of doing that thing that I've seen before where you stream a loop of yourself just going like that. Making sure that they don't catch the edit point, you know?
All right. Bye, Tom. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Yeah.
See
you later. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, I just got off the phone with him. Honestly, these Zooms are just so painful. It makes me want to come into work so I don't have to have them, you know what I mean? Yeah. All right, yeah. I'll talk to you later. Yeah, all right, bye-bye. Yeah, I just got off the Zoom with him, yeah, just painful. Yeah, I was just saying to Simon and Leo that he makes it so painful that it's almost like... I've got to go. I didn't switch off the Zoom, did I?
No.
No. Okay.
Maybe you should actually come in tomorrow.
Yeah. All right. Bye. Bye.
But it's not all that bad when it comes to surveillance. When used properly and not, just to see what kind of trousers I've been looking at online, it can actually be beneficial. For one, it can provide enhanced security, such as crime prevention or collecting evidence from the recordings. And I mean, like, for actual crimes, not for my boss to check to see how many biscuits I've eaten this afternoon. It also gives us improved public safety through monitoring crowd behaviour and suspicious activity.
Playing ABBA's greatest hits.
I'm going to chuck you out the window in a minute. So, in some ways, there are benefits to living in a mass surveillance state. So, in conclusion, will 1984 actually happen? Yes, it is happening. It's happening right now, as I'm talking to you. And please don't do that when I'm talking to you.
Like and subscribe. Goodbye.